What moment made you realize someone wasn't the enemy you thought they were? I used to think my high school math teacher, Mr. Denton, had it out for me. He was strict, cold, never smiled. The kind of guy who'd give pop quizzes just to ruin your weekend. If your phone buzzed in class, he'd confiscate it without a word and mark you absent. Everyone hated him, especially me. Sophomore year, things weren't exactly great at home. My dad had taken off a few months prior, and my mom was working doubles to cover bills. That left me to watch my little brother, get him to school, make dinner, clean up after him. Homework, sleep, not really priorities. My grades tanked. Mr. Denton started calling me out in front of everyone. You didn't even attempt question 4. Why bother showing up if you're not going to try? Stuff like that. His voice never changed, but the words cut. One day, he handed me a quiz back. 38%. You're slipping, he said, without even looking at me. I slammed the paper into my backpack and muttered something under my breath. Later that week, I found a detention slip taped to my locker. Tardy again. I skipped the detention. The next day, he pulled me aside. His tone was exactly the same. I scheduled another detention for you. Today. Show up. I was ready to yell at him. Tell him he didn't know anything about me. That he wasn't better than me. But something in his expression stopped me. Not pity, just patience. That afternoon, I went. I sat in the back of the classroom, arms crossed. He didn't say a word for 10 minutes, just graded papers. Then he slid a worksheet across the table. Try these. I'll help. I didn't move. He didn't push. Just sat back down and kept grading. The silence got to me. I picked up my pencil. That became our pattern. Every detention turned into a tutoring session. He never asked why I missed assignments, never brought up my absences, just circled mistakes, explained formulas, moved on. One day, I stayed late trying to solve a proof. My hands were shaking from exhaustion, and I must have looked like I was going to cry because Mr. Denton finally spoke up. Your brother okay? I froze. I saw you walking him to the elementary school last week, he said, still not looking at me. Thought he looked like you. I nodded slowly. He closed his gradebook. You're carrying more than most kids your age. Doesn't mean you get to stop trying, but it does mean I'll meet you halfway. The next morning, there was a note in my locker. Pop quiz postponed. See me after school for help if needed. My classmates were thrilled. I was stunned. Over the next few months, he kept doing small things, giving me extensions without making it obvious, leaving extra materials on my desk that he had printed too many of. Once, when I came in with wet sneakers from walking my brother through the rain, he handed me a spare pair from the lost and found. That spring, I passed math. Barely, but I passed. On the last day of school, Mr. Denton handed back our final exams. Mine had a big red 77% scrawled across the top, and next to it, a sticky note. You never stopped trying. That matters. 2 years later, I was giving my graduation speech. My mom was in the crowd, holding my brother in her lap. I looked over at the faculty, and there he was, Mr. Denton. Same expression as always. But when I made eye contact, he gave the smallest nod. He never became warm, never smiled much, but he showed up every single time.